Listen, Hollywood is going to turn to ashes. I'm not talking about a movie, I'm not exaggerating, I'm talking about that very place, that famous sign everyone knows, those hills that appear in every American production. It is going to turn to ashes. France is burning right now, Europe is burning right now, America is starting to burn right now, and what God showed me is that this won't stop where it is, it's going to spread. It will reach places no one ever imagined fire could touch, places that have stood for centuries, that survived wars and crisis after crisis, places everyone took for granted, assuming they would always be there. They are going to turn to ashes. And look, I'm not telling you this to scare you, I'm telling you because God showed me all this before it hit the news, and now it is in the news. When I saw the reports about the fires, I knew I had to come back here, because if the fire is the confirmation, then what comes after the fire is the warning you need to hear right now, because there is more coming, much more, and that is what I came to tell you. God gave me a second warning, in addition to the lights in the sky, and this time he showed me something about the coming months, something directly connected to the fire you're seeing on the news right now. It wasn't a pleasant dream, nor was it an exaggerated vision, it was simple. He showed me two scenarios. First, it was a time of abundance. Everything was plentiful, things were easy to find, markets were fully stocked, no one thought twice about buying what they needed. Then, without warning, it all vanished, as if a table went from full to completely empty in a split second, and right in the middle of that vision, he made it very clear, there is going to be a shortage. He said many people would fall into despair because they weren't prepared, and he showed me all this before it ever appeared on the news, and now, it is all happening at once, the lights in the sky, the fire on the ground, and what comes after the fire. That is what kept me from sleeping, because let me tell you what really happens when a wildfire tears through everything, and I'm not just talking about the trees or the buildings, I'm talking about the living creatures trapped in the midst of it all, the ones hardly anyone talks about. The animals. Imagine a forest ablaze at midnight, silence all around, and suddenly, the fire begins to move faster than any animal can run. Deer try to flee, but the fire outpaces them. Birds try to fly, but the rising smoke suffocates them before the flames even reach them. Rabbits hide in their burrows, believing they are safe, only for those burrows to turn into ovens. And the dogs. That was what broke my heart the most when God showed me all of this. The dogs left behind when families evacuate, running, pets trapped inside locked houses as the fire advances, those that manage to escape but inhale so much smoke that their lungs are destroyed from the inside, even though they don't have a single visible burn on the outside. There are dogs that will die, and their owners won't understand why, because smoke kills from within before the fire even reaches them from the outside. And cats suffer the most from smoke because their lungs are much smaller, they hide instead of running, and the smoke reaches them before anyone realizes it. Livestock, cows, horses, farm animals that couldn't be set free because their owners fled too quickly, trapped in their pens as the fire closes in from all sides. I saw all of this in the vision and wept, because God let me feel what those animals feel, and there are no words for that kind of pain. And do you know the worst part? The animals dying in these fires right now are the very ones that produce the food that will be in short supply later. The cows dying today represent the milk and meat that won't be available next month. The chickens suffocating in the smoke represent the eggs that will disappear from store shelves. The bees dying as fire consumes the fields represent the pollination that won't happen for future harvests. Everything is connected. When the fire passes, what remains isn't just ash, it's the hunger that follows, it's the scarcity that begins to emerge little by little. First, prices rise, then, certain items become hard to find, then come the weeks when certain goods simply stop arriving. There will be stores with empty shelves, not all at once, but gradually, one item here, another there, and people will start to notice, and then comes the panic. God showed me that the fire's impact isn't immediate, there is a delayed effect. That is what makes it so treacherous. They see the fire on the news and think it's far away, that it has nothing to do with their lives, but 3 months later, they'll be standing in the supermarket, and that product they always bought won't be there anymore, and they'll remember this video. And the scenario God showed me following the fires was grimmer than I expected, because fire doesn't just destroy the land and the wildlife, it destroys everything around it. Power lines running through the regions currently burning will come down, roads crossing devastated areas will be closed for weeks, and when infrastructure begins to fail, a domino effect sets in. Trucks transporting food can't get through, distribution centers reliant on electricity stop functioning, hospitals depending on supplies delivered via destroyed roads start running out of essentials. God showed me that there will be days when certain systems fail. Puede ser la luz, puede ser el internet, puede ser el abastecimiento. I don't know which event will come first. But it was made very clear that there will be moments of serious instability, and this was shown to me so that no one would be caught off guard. There are people who won't believe it until the first blackouts begin. But those who receive this warning now will know that God had already spoken before it happened. And look, I know some will doubt, and some might think I'm exaggerating, but I would rather be obedient than stay silent and later watch people suffer without any preparation. When the fire was shown to me, I understood it was a confirmation. When the scarcity was shown to me, I understood it was something that would directly impact many people's homes. And when the end of July was mentioned, I understood it to be a turning point, not a celebratory turning point, but a shift in reality itself. Things are going to be different. I don't know quite how to explain it, but you can feel it. I feel it too, and I also sense that God does not want His people to be afraid. He wants them to be alert, awake, and prayerful, because He doesn't give warnings to scare us. He warns us to prepare us. It has always been this way. He gave a warning before the flood, before the plagues in Egypt, and before the famine in the time of Joseph, and now, He is warning us before this fire, before the hardship that follows right behind it, and the message remains the same: prepare, not just any way, but the right way, with calm, wisdom, and faith. It isn't about running off in a panic, it's about getting organized, and I need to say this, too: stock up on simple foods, items that won't spoil and can be stored without electricity. Take care of your home, your children, and your health. Pay attention to your medications, because many things will be in short supply, and take care of your animals, too. If you have a dog, a cat, or any pet, stock up on food and water for them. When things get tough, pet stores are the first to run out of everything, and your little dog can't tell you he's hungry. Those who can plant something will have an advantage. Even a small corner with something growing in it will make a difference. God showed me that the earth will still provide what is necessary for those who continue to believe, that the people who follow Jesus will receive provision in ways they won't even fully understand. He said that food will become medicine and that many natural things will replace what is missing from pharmacies, but he also made it very clear, do not wait for the shortage to begin before you act. The time to prepare is now. I don't know why God chose someone as simple as me to say all this. I am not a prophet, I am a mum, I am a homemaker, I am 36 years old, I delivered the first message out of obedience, and I am delivering this one now, too. The lights were the first warning, the fire is the second, the shortage is the third, and the end of July will mark something significant. I don't know the exact day, nor do I know what it will look like. But I know that God does not speak in vain, and there is one more thing I hadn't mentioned yet, because I was waiting for confirmation from God, but now I know I can say it. He showed me that after this fire, after this difficult season that is beginning to emerge, many people will feel a pull toward God like never before, people who always put Him off until later, people who never paid attention to the Bible, people who always said these things had nothing to do with their lives. Those people will begin to feel a strong call. It isn't guilt, and it isn't fear, it is a calling. God is going to start touching the hearts of many people because He does not want anyone to be unprepared. I know this might sound heavy, but it isn't. It is an act of care. I am not talking about the end of the world, but rather a shift in the times, something that will affect people's routines, the way they live, and what they believe. I don't know how big it will be, but I know it is significant. He showed me that the end of July will be a milestone, a turning point, as if something were about to be revealed. I don't know if it is political, climatic, or spiritual, but I know it will affect the whole world. I have noticed something these past few days. People are beginning to sense things even before they see the news. I have received messages from people saying, "I don't know what is happening, but I feel like something is coming." That caught my attention because it is exactly what God showed me. He prepares hearts before He prepares eyes. First, He touches the inside, then, He reveals the outside. First, He gives warning, then, He confirms, and right now, He is confirming this through the fires burning in the United States and Europe, through the changes occurring worldwide, and through the feeling so many people have that something is approaching. I want to make this very clear. This is not a time for panic or despair, it is a time to get organized, to pray more, to stay alert, and to put our house in order. There are things God does not prevent, yet He gives advance warning so that His people are not caught off guard. He does not want anyone unprepared, He does not want anyone asleep, He does not want anyone pretending not to see what is right in front of them. He wants people who are awake and steadfast. People who know how to face what is coming with faith and a cool head, and I am going to keep speaking because I feel my part is not yet finished. I didn't want to be here, I didn't want to be recording, I am shy, and I have no experience with this. I don't like being in front of a camera, but God asked, and when He asks for something, He makes it happen, even if it's done in fear, even if you're trembling, even if it turns out a bit messy. Because He knows why He chose each person, He knows who needs to hear this, and if He is telling me to say this, it's because someone out there needs it. Before I finish, I need to tell you something. You've stayed this long, you've listened to all of this, and that didn't happen by chance. Many people open a video and close it after 30 seconds, many watch half of it and leave, but you stayed, and I believe you stayed because something inside you recognized that this is real, that it's not made up, that it's not just drama, and if you've stayed until the end, I want to ask you for just one thing, nothing more. Pick up your phone right now, not later, right now, and send this video to one person, just one. It could be your mum, your daughter, or that friend you know needs to hear this but would never seek it out on their own. You don't have to write anything, just send the link and say, "Watch this," because sometimes, the right message reaches the right person through the right person, and you can be that person for someone you care about. And if you aren't subscribed to this channel yet, do that right now, too, not because I need the numbers, but because God isn't done speaking. This was the second message, I know there's more to come. And when it arrives, I'll be here, but you need to be subscribed to receive it. Hit the notification bell as well, because when the next message comes, things will move fast. You'll want to be among the first to hear it, not the last. And I want to ask for one more thing. Leave a comment below. You don't have to write much, it could just be received, I am preparing, or simply the city where you are, because I pray for everyone who comments every day. I pick up my phone and ask God to cover every family that has stopped by here. And when you comment, you are saying that you heard the message, that you have awakened, and that you won't let this warning pass you by. That matters. It matters to me, and it matters to God, because He didn't send this warning just for it to fall on deaf ears. He sent it to reach those who need it, and you can be the bridge between this warning and someone you love. The signs have already begun. Fires are burning right now, animals are suffering right now, scarcity is on the way, and the end of July will not pass quietly. Prepare your home, prepare your family, and prepare your heart, because God has warned you. He is just, and He watches over His own. But right now, it is up to you to do your part. Go ahead, share this, subscribe, leave a comment, and stay tuned, because there is more to come. Send feedback.